Hey, it's me again, and this time I have a face. Back to do another actual video, which is amazing because I kind of haven't done one for ages, and then I kind of got out of the habit of, talking to people, and then I kind of thought, well, I might as well just do it because it's the end of the year and I'm watching some really cool WIP parades of people's things, and I might as well just go and do another one. So I have a very small glass of cider brandy to keep me company, and let's do this. Oof. So I got a bit distracted from cross stitching recently because I went on kind of a sewing kick and I got a little bit into costuming, and I decided that I was going to make myself a historically accurate 18th century pirate shirt, as you do. So this is it. I love it so much. It's entirely hand sewn, which was a lot more relaxing than I thought it was going to be actually. I'm very interested in the minute construction of things, so that's really cool, and I have so many more ideas for what I want to do. Actually, for Christmas, one of my friends got me a little miniature brass telescope to kind of go with the whole pirate costume, and there is a town near me that has a pirate day every summer, so hopefully they'll be able to have that this year and I'll be able to dress up as a pirate with everyone else and enjoy that. Yahar. And then I went on a kind of finishing things kick towards the end of the year, so I finished this hat, which is in a nice, I think it's either a Wensleydale or a Teeswater or something, but it's very nice, a bit big, but I'm kind of going with it. And then I sort of got a little bit back into cross stitching again. I know I did a WIP Parade not that recently, but I'm doing another one because I have more now. So in no particular order, I have a very messy pile next to me. I don't even know how many I have, so I guess we'll find out. Let's go with the most recent one first. So I have a couple of new starts that are very, very, very exciting. One of them is I got an owl forest kit. This was a present from me for my birthday, and it's the Enchanted Forest. I'm having a bit of a moment with these designs because they're amazing. I'm really into sort of folksy stuff, and these are beautiful, and their threads are so pretty. I did them all like this after I realised they actually come with bobbins, but I kind of prefer the drops like this to bobbins anyway, so I'm happy I did that. And these colours are so beautiful. They're over-dyed threads that they do themselves. And they are amazing. It comes with a really cute needle minder that the designer, who is also an artist, does these. Okay, no matter what I tried, I could not get the camera to focus on this needle minder because I'm using my phone and it's not great. So but it's tiny little woodland tree stump with mushrooms, and I like it very much. And here is what I've got so far. I am really enjoying this. It's kind of addictive because it's got so many little elements to the pattern, and so each time you finish one of them it feels like a finish, and then you want to go on and do the next one so you can like finish another tiny bit. And these animals are amazing. This bear and there's a little frog, he's my favourite, I love him. And a bunny and a snail. And this little hut in the forest that I definitely want to live in. So that's super fun. That's number one, I guess. Number two. This is one I have been saving up for quite a long time. And she is spectacular. I love the Art Nouveau style, and GeckoRouge has an artist that does this very her Medusa Dollmaker is the artist name, and she's quite popular. I think her designs like sell very well on their website, and this is the one that I picked. Oh my gosh, look at that. Oh, it's been amazing. I love it. I just can't get over how beautiful this is. And I haven't seen one like entirely finished, but I've seen some partially stitched and they look amazing. Like the charting for these is great. So while they're quite expensive kits, they're well worth it in terms of how much time and enjoyment you get out of them. So this is a really special thing for me. Look how many colours are in this. How many threads, they're gorgeous. They're a bit messy, but not too much. But just all of these cards with threads. They're beautiful. I love the colour scheme of this as well. However, it will take me approximately 1 billion years to finish, but that's okay because it's all about the process. It's about the journey. Apparently my thing in making videos is finger guns, which is fine. I'm fine with that. There you go. This is 1%. Oh. But it is fantastic. I'm really enjoying it. Pin stitching has been incredibly helpful in doing these kind of very detailed full coverage pieces. And I really like this fabric. This is the Zweigart 25 count easy count, I believe. The first time I've used any gridding at all, and it is really helpful. I just can't be bothered to do it on anything that doesn't have it built in, so. That's number two. Number three, I guess I'll just have to pick. Oh, here we go. Go with the scroll frames. So this is Celtic Autumn by Lavender and Lace. This is my oldest WIP. I started when I was about 19. I remember I was at uni. And so it needs to get finished. It's getting there. I've made some real progress on it recently. I'm doing a conversion though, so it's the autumnal colours. And this is what she looks like. I'm not going to take her off the scroll frame, but the dress is entirely, or almost entirely done, which is a big achievement for me, finishing things is not my forte, shall we say. This is beautiful. I'm so tempted to try and like actually make this dress and wear it, but I think that would be a bit extra. I'm not sure where I'd wear it to. And she's really sparkly, but can't really see it. There's going to be beads all over the shop. So that's number 3. Number 4, I got given a new scroll frame, or new to me scroll frame, by a friend who didn't have a use for it anymore. So it was great because this one has much longer bars, which means I can fit my Death by Cross Stitch on it. And this is making it a lot more manageable, let me tell you. I mean, you might have seen with the Mermaid, I've got the fabric all clipped up here, just so I can make it a bit easier to get in the hoop, because I don't have a free scroll frame for it at the moment. But yeah, this is my biggest project, and it's a lot more manageable. This is on 40 count, using Mrs. Sadus silks, a whole entire hank of silk, and it's amazing to work with. And I absolutely love how this is coming out. But it's going to take a while, like most of my projects. I'm a sucker for the big ones, as the nun said to the bishop. Right, I'll just grab one off the top. What even is... Oh! This is one of the shitpost sampler pieces that I was doing for my friend, which was going to be for her birthday, which was 2 days ago, so fail. Next year. It's, there's a cat down here, and it's like a cat beauty routine, which involves screaming and stretching. Which I'm sure we can all relate to this year. But I'm not going to talk about that, because this is Creative Happy Place. Oh, yes. This is one I really want to make some progress on next year, or in the coming year. This is Merejka's The Old Melody. Look at that. It's so wonderfully weird. And this is all I've got so far. So I've got his little hat. I've got a little bird in his little hat. But this is quite big. I mean, this is 18 count, I believe. So it's quite small. I mean, quite a small count of Ada. And it's this big, so he's a big kitty. Bigger than I thought. But I do love this, and there's a lot more of their stuff that I want to do, so I want to get him done, and then we're going to get him on my wall because I don't have any pictures up at the moment. Okay, just picking up the next whatever thing, which is this, another old one, the Water Lily Pond, one of the DMC art cross stitch kits. That's the full picture. I love the colours. These are quite well done, I think. I think I got this in a Waterstones one. Yeah, it was a few years ago. I was having a bit of a rubbish birthday because I was kind of in the middle of a very long breakup at the time. And so I got this to cheer myself up and, you know, focus on something else. And then I did, you know, all of this much of it. So that's got to get finished sometime. It's not, I don't really, if I start something in order to distract myself from a bad thing, even though obviously it's got the memories of that time in it, I don't really kind of carry over any bad associations to the actual thing, you know, so it's always nice to get it done and enjoy it. This is another Merejka. This is the vintage roses, and they remind me of the roses that my granddad used to grow. They're so pretty. I love the colours and the shading in this one. And here they are. I don't know why I stopped working on these. Well, mainly because so many other things and so little time, relatively. But they're lovely. I mean, I could get these done next year. I need to get some stuff done, because there's so much other stuff I want to do. I love these colours. I think, like many of us, I started a lot of things this year in an attempt at distraction, which did work to a certain extent, but now I have a lot of projects, and I do feel that I want to finish a few before I start any more, and I've got some starts planned. So this is a perforated paper one. I'm making a bookmark for another friend. The pattern is called Colourful Cat. Here's what it will look like. And that's what I've got so far. Please excuse the shininess. It is silver paper. So yeah, very colourful. Again, shouldn't take too long. I should be able to finish that soon. Aha! It does look like a bit like I'm opening scrolls. Like, hear ye, hear ye. This is Riolis, Lady with a Fan. This is absolutely beautiful. Again, I love the colours. I love the effect of the back stitching here with these woolen threads. It looks like her hair is kind of a bit fluffy. Not that I've got to that yet, because I'm still in her fan. Again, I haven't touched this for quite a while, because just got to the point where I don't feel like I'm making progress on anything really, because I've got all of these projects. But don't get me wrong, I like having them. I like having a big variety of stuff. Oh, this, I love it. It's gorgeous. But I haven't touched it in a long time, because I did the thing where you make a mistake and you know you need to take it out and fix it. You don't want to. And so you just kind of put it in a drawer and kind of hope that it magically fixes itself, which it doesn't. So this is the Red Mermaid from RTO. She's amazing. A couple of mermaids going on, a bit of a mermaid thing. Which I do live near the coast, so I guess I've always had a mermaid thing. And that's what I've got so far. So her face, which I think is very cleverly done. And then I've messed up somewhere here. So it's not even a huge amount I have to take out, it's just some of this. I just can't be arsed. I don't know why. Just can't really be bothered to do slightly tricky things this year, I guess. But this is motivating me. Just looking at her, she's lovely. This is another RTO, just a small one. And I don't think this has changed since the last time you saw it, because my boyfriend, when he was still allowed to be here, because we're in kind of a whole lockdown but not really in lockdown, but we are in lockdown really kind of situation. I'm not going to get into that, but anyway, we can't see each other at the moment. But when he was over here in the summer, he put a cup of coffee down on the table on which this was, and there was kind of a coffee stain on the fabric. Fortunately, his coffee is at least half milk, so it wasn't that dark of a stain, but I think I managed to get it out. Can you see that? Yeah, I feel a lot better about that. There's a bit of discoloration here on this edge, but I think it's going to be all right because this is what it looks like. So I can just, you know, frame it in a way or make it up in a way that just cuts that bit off. Anyway, I'm an owl fan. I like owls. I mean, who doesn't? But this one's particularly mysterious and intriguing. And I'm loving this sparkly tree, which is DMC Metallic, which is the devil's fibre, but does look very pretty. But there you go. It's another Riolis. This one, I don't even know why I started it, because I did the tiniest bit and then didn't do any more. I don't even know which way up that goes. I think it's this way up. But yeah, it's just a little tentacle from this octopus. The Underwater Kingdom by Riolis. Again, love it. Can't wait to get to it, but other things to do. Kind of realised that I can't do everything at once, which is probably a good realisation to have. It's been a long time coming. Okay, we're almost there. This one I was super excited about because, again, Art Nouveau lover. I saw this. This is a newer release from Riolis. It's amazing. It's a mucker design, girl with easel. I think he made this for an advert or something. I'm actually not sure. I'll have to look into that. But she's beautiful. The colours are gorgeous. And then it got here, and I found out that this kit is entirely in half stitch with different numbers of strands of thread, which is a bit different. I've not done that before, and at first I was a little bit, ooh, I don't know, am I going to enjoy this as much as I do cross stitch? And while overall on balance, I think I still prefer cross stitch, or at least the main things in cross stitch and other elements in half stitch. I'm definitely enjoying it. And it looks good. I was a bit worried that you wouldn't be able to, you know, the coverage wouldn't be great, but it actually is. Not done too much on it so far, that's where we are. So this is her, sort of her hip, and she's going to come up here. And then the beautiful frame around her head. And the back stitch is really going to bring this one to life. So yeah, excited about that. And yeah, I was super excited about this because everywhere that I looked for it in the UK, it was super expensive. And then I managed to find, I actually got it on mybobbin.com when they were having a sale. So I got it for a much more reasonable price than it was being sold for over here. So yeah, should get back to that one. She says about every single project. the penultimate project, which sounds like a Lemony Snicket book, is another GeckoRouge. It's my first one, which has been sadly neglected since I got the second one. But this is gorgeous, and it is a lot smaller than that one. I should actually be able to finish this. Maybe I could even finish this next year. I'll get into that later. Colours gorgeous. This is artwork by Lorna Laine, charted and made up by GeckoRouge. This is my progress. So I've got like a whole leaf. One whole leaf. Ha ha ha. And just a little bit of the robin, his eye peeking out here. I nipped down to the post office this morning, and I live in a village, so it's quite a nice country walk down into the village where the post office is. Thankfully we still have one. And as I was going down this lane, there was a little robin. He came out, bold as brass, and was stood on a fence post about this far away from me. And I tried to get him to like hop onto my finger, but he wasn't having it. But so that was really nice. And it reminded me that robins are a thing, and maybe I should get back to this one because it is extremely enjoyable. And then, last but not least, this is another new start. Not that new, but I just haven't made a video in, since the pyramids were built. And this is by DoNaStitch on Etsy, who does these fabulous, like really colourful cartoon style Disney patterns. And although I have a bit of a continual like internal struggle between do I want to be like a moody mysterious goth, or do I want to be like an eye-burningly bright hippie type aesthetic, and I just end up somewhere in the middle of like colourful witch. But I do enjoy a bit of the old fairy tale stuff. So this is the Snow White. I'm not particularly into, I love folktales, but I'm not particularly into Snow White, but my friend Lauren is, so I'm making this for her. And I absolutely love the bright colours. This is on a spare bit of 25 count even weave that I had from something. And it's 1/1 because I wanted to fit it on this. So I thought this might be a bit tricky, but actually it's going pretty well. It's not, I'm always worried about making my eyes worse than they already are, but this is fine. This is fine. And it's really enjoyable because it's just kind of blocks of colour, but it's still interesting enough that you get really into it. So this is what it's going to look like. And that's it. That's all of them. Cheers. I did get another needle minder as well. This is from Inkstitch on Etsy. I'll put the link down below. This is beautiful. It's probably not going to focus, but you can at least see some of it. It's it's a kind of tarot card style resin. It's got the moon on it and some shiny bits and things. So really beautiful. I only have a few needle minders, but I do find them quite useful. Right, on to plans. for 2021, I think. Although before I go into that, I'm just going to show you a birthday present I received my birthday in early December. Same friend who gave me the little telescope, and they made me a cross stitch. They've recently got into embroidery and cross stitch, and they made me this. The plot chickens. It's because I have, my family keeps chickens in the garden. So we have like a plot with chickens on it. It's the plot chickens. Well, I thought it was funny. So I'm definitely going to make this up into a little cushion or something for my room because I absolutely love it. One of the best presents I've ever received. Okay, plans for 2021. Now, I don't often do goals, but this year I feel I've matured. I feel I've got better at setting a goal and maybe actually achieving that goal. And there's a lot of things that I'd like to do. So I gave it a go. And I did write them down. And then I put the book down somewhere. Here it is. Well, I wrote them down somewhere in this book. Hey! Okay, so I want to finish Celtic Autumn because I can definitely do that. She's not far. I've got her whole top half done. The dress is pretty much done. I just need to finish all this business that's framing her and put beads on. And I'll be done. I can do it. I can. I want to finish the Owl Forest, Enchanted Forest. That's also doable. And I would love to give that to my cousin's daughter, who is about 4 years old. And she's very adorable and she's a lot. She has a lot of energy. So I thought it'd be cute to give it to them for her room, perhaps, if they want it. And then she can look for all the animals and things. So I'd love to keep it too, but there's also, there's more things from Owl Forest that I'd like to do. And can't really keep them all. I suppose I could, but, I'd like to have different ones on my wall as well. So I don't mind enjoying making it and then giving it to her. I want to get to 20% at least on my Mermaid. I know she's going to be a long-term project. That's my GeckoRouge Mermaid, the Medusa Dollmaker one, who has a lot of stitches in her. She's big. So I want to get to 20% at least on her from 1% so far, and that's since October. That's kind of before I got distracted by all the other stuff that I could make. I want to finish the RTO Owl, which is called Bringer of Stars, and I want to get to 50% on the old melody. At least, these are my at least goals. And I'm going to try and go for 1 new start for every 2 finishes. But given that I have a few new starts that are sort of planned, we'll see how that goes. So, things I want to start. I did mention this in my last one. Nimue's Queen of the Fairies. Let me take her out of the plastic. There she is. So cool. So cool. Very kind of Arthurian, not a nice fairy. And I like that. So I thought if I'm going to start new things, there's so many new things I would like to start, but I should really go for some of the things I have first that I have and I haven't yet kitted up or started. So she's definitely going to happen. I did get some fabric that I ordered from the Crafty Kitten. And I wanted to do her on a dark green because I wanted it to look like she was in a kind of dark nighttime forest. So I got this fabric, but it seems, I don't know, it looks dark on the screen, but it seems a little bit light. I think it might be a little bit too sort of bright red and green, like Christmassy, so I might end up getting a darker fabric for this and using this one for the 100 Owls from Owl Forest, which is amazing and I would love to do. That's a stitch along they've been doing the past few months and it's now finished and it looks amazing, and I think it would look really good on this, which is a beautiful fabric. And I don't often buy hand-dyeds, but sometimes they really do enhance a design, and I think this one is one of them. So that's one plan. Okay, I guess two, because I mentioned the 100 owls that I wanted to start. I also want to do Owl Forest's tea sampler next year because my dad loves tea and the sampler is amazing, and I think it would be really cute for the kitchen. And it looks like this. And I treated myself with some birthday and Christmas money to the kit for the Alhambra Garden chatelaine. I'm so excited. It probably won't be here for a while because I know it takes quite a long time for them to like come together. I did think about trying to kit it up myself, but it's just so difficult, and by the time I've paid postage for all of the different elements, like even ordering it from America, from European Cross Stitch Company, is probably going to work out, you know, at least the same price as it would be if I were to do it myself. And it's one of the less expensive chatelaines to do, so I got that and I'm so excited for it to get here. I still need to get the fabric and the DMCs for it, but I'll do that by the time it gets here. And so that's definitely one that I will start next year. But it is quite big again. So hopefully by the time that's all here and ready to start, I will have finished a couple. I'm so excited for that one. It's going to be a challenge, but it will be really, really interesting, really fun to do. I've been wanting to do that one, to do a chatelaine and to do that one in particular for like literally years. So it's time. So that's getting started. And then the last one I had planned is this. This is by Pinky the Pink, I think she goes by, who is on Etsy, or used to be on Etsy. I can't remember if they still are, but also has their own website, and that's where I bought this. So this is Merida from the series of Disney princesses that are charted by Pinky the Pink, and the artwork is by Hannah Alexander, and they are amazing. Again, I'm a sucker for the Art Nouveau. Not always into a Disney princess, but in this style, absolutely. And Brave is one of my favourite Disney films, so I've had this pattern for a while. And again, it's time. Why not? You know, if you have the pattern, might as well do it. Because that's why I bought the pattern, right? So I'm going to do that next year. That's definitely going to happen. I don't have anything for it apart from the pattern, but I'm going to do it. It's going to happen. Yay. So that's it. I've got a few more goals in here, but they're knitting related. I'll just mention that very quickly actually while I'm at it. I have this whole entire stack of this is a whole sheep's fleece. The postman in my village is also a shepherd, and I mentioned one day that I did spinning to him, and then the next day on my doorstep. So thank you, Stuart. So I'm wanting to make a long jacket or coat this year with this hand spun fleece, which means I've got a lot of spinning to do and then a lot of knitting or possibly crocheting. That's a massive project, but I'm going to get it started in the coming year. Oh, and I did forget actually to show you, where's it gone? I put the fleece back right on top of it. Another pattern that may get started next year. I mean, I really want to, but other plans. You know how it is. But if not this year, next year, then definitely the next year. Oh, I'll probably do it this year anyway because it's so pretty. This is Mirabilia's The Dreamer, which was a lucky find because this was out of print. It would be my first Mirabilia. And there's a lot of others I like. She's quite prolific. There's a lot of designs. I don't like all of them, or even most of them, I suppose, but there's a lot of them that I do like and I would like to do. And this is one of them. It's one of her early ones, so it's a bit of a different style, but something about this is just really, really intriguing. I love all the folds in the fabric of her dress here. I love the flowers. I love her her pose, the way she's sort of reposing and dreaming. And I would really, really love to do this one. So maybe I'll get to that as well, hopefully. Yeah. And I found this on eBay. It was about £15, which I don't know what the normal going price is for these, but I think that was probably pretty good. And given that this one is out of print, after I do it, I'll probably pass it on or put it back up on eBay or something so someone else can do it. Oh, isn't she lovely? Now that's it. So I'll see you in 2021. Cheers.